Hey, and welcome into Vinny Rottino Baseball Academy. This is the channel where we are breaking down players, we're breaking down swings. You guys send in your swings and I can break them down and give you some free instruction virtually from afar here. And that's what we're doing. So today we are going to be looking at a player, Lucy Sperry. She is 6-year-old and she's a softball player, tremendously talented player right here. You can tell there's a lot of athleticism here. And we're going to just take a look at her swing and take a look at really going to highlight the timing of what's going on here. But we'll jump into that in a second. Before I do that, I want to mention that this channel is brought to you by Maggie Rottino Real Estate. My wife and her little brother, Ricky Kuiper, have done a tremendous job with all of their clients here in southeastern Wisconsin. So if you are in the market to buy or sell as the market heats up here, as the weather starts to heat up, hopefully sooner than later, please reach out to my wife, Maggie Rottino, on Instagram or Facebook. Reach out to Ricky, her little brother, on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or reach out to me and I can put you guys in touch with them. But Maggie Rottino, Ricky Kuiper, the names in real estate in southeastern Wisconsin. Got that right. Okay. It's also brought to you by Locked On Brewers Podcast. 3 days a week right now during the lockout. Dom Catronio and I are breaking all things down Brewers, and 5 days during the week when the lockout ends. So hopefully that is sooner than later. But you'll definitely want to check out the most recent episode. Dom Catronio and I talked to our good friend Eddie Cedar, Brewers third base coach. Make sure you tune in for that. He is a baseball lifer. You can learn a lot about the game from Eddie. That was just a really, really fun interview and was very, very appreciative of Eddie coming on. But let's go ahead and take a look at Lucy Sperry. My good friend, Joel Cotty, this is his granddaughter, sent in this video, and we're going to take a look at the timing of everything here. And we're just going to go ahead and take a look here at the swing and when everything kind of happens. And what we're looking at here, so she's 6 and this is softball. And so it's not, this is a very, very athletic swing that we're going to take a look at eventually. But what I really want to kind of highlight with this video is the timing of when players should start their move, especially when velocities start to get up there a little bit. Obviously at Lucy's age, this doesn't, the velocities that they're playing with don't really necessitate that players start their move and start back and start the process of loading and everything too early. They can see the ball coming in and then they can make a move and then go, especially when the velocities are a little bit lower. But so I do want to highlight that here though, and just it makes a point of how early these major leaguers have to start. And even when you get into high school, I tell these kids, especially guys that are even in high school are starting to throw into the mid upper 80s, into the 90s, like it's no big deal. So when you want to start your swing and start your move is very, very important. Otherwise everything breaks down. But take a look at Lucy here. She's waiting for the ball to get there, and look at that athletic move to and through the baseball. She ends up getting a home run here. She ends up getting a base hit, beating out the throw. There's an overthrow, and she ends up getting all the way either to third or home. But you can tell this little girl has a lot of potential, and she's going to be a really good one. She plays first base, which obviously the best players at that level play first base because they're the ones that can catch and complete an out. And so she plays first base, and she's fast. She's got a quick swing, level swing through the ball. Really, really impressive. Like what I see here from Lucy. But take a look here at Luis Urias, this home run he hit against Jacob deGrom in July this last year of 2021, how early he starts. So take a look at that. deGrom hasn't even brought his arm up into the throwing power position. He's simply just separated, and Luis Urias is almost all the way up with that leg kick. That's how early these guys have to start to hit a 100-mile-an-hour fastball. Even to hit a 90-mile-an-hour fastball, that's the same timing. And so it is a very important idea and concept to have for players. Even if it's an 80-mile-an-hour fastball, even if it's a 70-mile-an-hour fastball, you are wanting to start your move back. You don't want to be rushed. Everything kind of breaks down. And so you just want to have that mental timing of catching that ball out in front. And so when you have that, your body will kind of start and start on time and start at a moment when it thinks you should. And obviously, in order to catch a fastball at 100 miles an hour out in front like this, you have to start super early. And you can see how early Luis Urias starts. And so, again, take a look at that front foot up. And then the ball isn't even released yet. And so now he's down on time, and then he takes a great swing and crushes it out of here. So that's really what I want to highlight here. And now we're going to take a look a little bit closer at Lucy's swing. Look at that bat plane coming flat through the baseball, through the hitting zone. Great job here of turning those hips. Centered turn, right? So centered, everything's kind of in the middle, in between her base here, in between the lower half foundation, and then through the baseball or softball here in this instance, and does a great job. Look at that finish. So great job, Lucy. Looking forward to watching you develop in your softball career. And then obviously also the video is meant and designed to kind of take a look at the timing of when you need to start. Any questions, comments, please leave them in the comment section. Please remember to subscribe, like, share these videos with your friends. Again, it's just an opportunity really to learn baseball just from listening to me ramble on about the swing, ramble on about the game in general. And, look, that's the way that players end up learning. I learned so much just by listening in the dugout, listening to big leaguers, listening to minor leaguers. I mean, you can always learn something from somebody. And that was one thing that my coach, Jack Sheastel, has always taught me growing up was, always pay attention, always listen to people talking and talking about the game. And that's when you do your most learning. So I really appreciate you guys tuning into this, like doing them, love doing them, doing these videos. So continue to tune in, continue to follow, and we'll talk to you guys next time.